Hello everybody, it's Cape Rugby TV time, and we join you every Wednesday when we talk about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Of course, as you know, currently everybody is in isolation, staying hopefully safely behind doors and doing their very best to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. But it's during these times that we come to you with that message to say stay behind closed doors, and we use the world of rugby to pass on that message. So tonight we talk to our players and coaches and referees in the world of Western Province Club Rugby to find out how things are going on their side and what some of their players are up to, hopefully, as I say, behind closed doors. Of course, big thanks to our partners that have stayed on board with us during this time. Score Energy Drinks, as you know, they are the partner to Western Province Rugby and the Western Province Rugby Sevens. Of course, Direct Access, your financial services partner, stayed here with us during this difficult time. And Voortrekker Road will see Yes Electrical. And then, of course, Intercape, as well as the folks that are on board with us, such as Thorburn Security Solutions, who will provide your eventing solutions. Folks, we've got a number of engagements tonight here on the show, and mainly being brought to you by through Skype, which is why the show looks a little bit different, and you don't see my regular guests sitting next to me. So tonight we cross via Skype because everybody is behind closed doors. We'll be catching up in a moment with Adrian Fisher. He's of course secretary at Blue Stars United now, former player at Blue Stars himself. And Alistair Theys, the head coach at CPUT. We'll speak to Jeremy Jansen, the head coach at Macassar. Llewellyn van Wyk from Brackenfell. Ashley McKay from the Referees Society. And then Charles van Wyk, head coach at Carlamore. Wilfred Petersen, head coach at Masiphumelele. Christopher Andrews from Franschhoek. Walid Moerat, also the Referee Society. Marius Arendse from Durbel, and of course Salman Moerat will be joining us right at the end there, DHL Stormers Lock. And of course tonight, before we go any further, let me just say that our heartfelt condolences goes out to the friends and families of head coach Johan Kotze, head coach of Durbel, who sadly passed away this week, and we will be playing a little tribute to him at the end of the show. Close friend of many in Western Province Club Rugby, and of course he's been on the show many times with us. So we'll look back at some of the interesting moments of Johan Kotze, absolute gentleman. We'll talk about that later. But joining me now on the show, I'm not quite sure from where he is calling us in from, but joining me now is Adrian Fisher. Adrian, you guys, you were a former player at Blue Stars. Now I see they've put you down as a secretary.
Yes, JP. I think I need to do a bit of changes there as well. I think after we've defeated the corona and everything, I think I'm gonna make a comeback onto the playing field again. I've been doing my normal training in the mornings and stuff now, so I'm almost 80% fit.
Adrian, has it been a difficult time staying connected to the players?
Yes, JP. Like you said, our pre-season was good. We had two sevens tournaments that we played, and we had 4 matches at least, and we were part of the community cup 10s basically. So we had numerous games that we played, and that was actually lekker to keep the guys busy and stuff. But after the lockdown and stuff, it's actually tough for the guys out there. I actually tried to get a few videos of guys training at home and stuff like that. I couldn't get much because I'm not sure if the guys are hiding their training or they just not doing the training so hard.
Well, we've got a couple of videos that you guys sent in, so let's take a look here at the first video. I'm sure that you will recognize these guys.
Morgan and Chandler, that's basically one of the guys that's top fit basically for the league, and they're keeping fit, and I'm glad to see that there's at least guys that's keeping fit during the lockdown.
Yeah, I got another video in from the guy. Who's that player we just saw in the
Yeah,
video there?
that was Llewellyn van Wyk. That's a new player of ours. Very exciting wing and fullback and centre. We've seen a lot about him during the friendlies. I can't wait to see him in the league.
And then we've got one last video here. Have a look at this. Adrian, looks like your guys are coming up with some creative ways to stay active.
Yeah, JP, pretty we're gonna get it of the other videos of the other guys keeping busy and stuff. But I know there's a lot of guys practicing at home and doing stuff. So I'm hopeful that everybody will come much fit after the lockdown.
Adrian, we're gonna leave it at there. Hopefully we'll cross to you guys again soon, and hope you guys stay safe and behind closed doors, and hopefully all the players as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, once we defeat the coronavirus and stuff, hopefully our leagues will start as soon as possible so that the guys can get onto the field and do some playing and stuff. So yeah, same to the other teams out there. You guys must stay safe and practice hard. And when the league starts, we go with a bang.
Adrian, thanks for joining us. We'll hopefully catch up with you again on the live stream side of things. But yeah, we wish you guys safe and good health out there, and hopefully everybody stays behind closed doors. Folks, I'm going to catch up now with Jeremy Jansen. He is, of course, the head coach at Macassar. We'll also be catching up with Alistair Theys and Ashley McKay and Llewellyn van Wyk, and a number of other folks are joining us here on Cape Rugby TV. We'll be back in a sec. Welcome back, folks. Right, of course, Cape Rugby TV. We talked to you about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby, and joining me now via Skype is the captain of Brackenfell, Llewellyn van Wyk. Llewellyn.
Hi, JP. No, everything's well. Keeping busy and trying to keep fit with what we have. So yeah, no, we're well. We're keeping to ourselves and abiding by the laws. But yeah, everything is good.
You guys must be, obviously, the first thing we have to ask you is everybody safe? Is everybody staying behind closed doors? Is everyone staying isolated?
Yes, for what we can see on our group, we've been actively chatting, and everyone is staying at home and abiding by the rules. So yeah, and trying to do what they can do at home. So it seems like everyone is still well. We haven't had any infections or casualties, so we're grateful for that.
Llewellyn, Brackenfell, you guys must be bitterly disappointed. We're going to take a look at one of your training videos here now, but you guys looked like you were hungry for the season.
Yes, definitely. I think we had a good start to our preseason games, and I think we did quite well, although there was still a lot of work that we needed to do. But I think we, as a group, as a whole, I think we had a good senior group, and especially the new guys that came to the club in 2020 brought some experience to us and gave us a bit of another dimension. And I thought 2020 could really be there for us.
And just, Llewellyn, one of the things that always struck me over the last few years was that at Brackenfell, the gees there, the clubhouse, the fans, everything has just been growing stronger and stronger every year. You've got a great admin and management side there behind you guys.
Yes, I think the consistent performances we've had over the last couple of years has contributed to that. And our management team has stayed together the last few years. And I think they've learned from past lessons, and that's really helped. Like I said, the player core has also been there, and with that, our support base has obviously grown each year, and we've managed to branch out to different areas of Brackenfell itself, and also other adjoining areas to get more support for the club. Yes.
You guys are obviously very active at the moment. I've got a little video here that we've managed to put together that you guys have been sending in. So let's take a quick look at this video and then talk us through it. Llewellyn, you with all of that music going on in the background there, you're going to have to just repeat for us again what it is that you saw in the video there, and just talk us again through it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Basically, I think the guys have been really creative and doing what they can do. It's easy to sit around and say, no, there's nothing you can do and you can't stay active. But I think they realized that when we get to the end of this lockdown, we will need to be fit and we need to be firing, because I think when the season starts, there won't be another pre-season, there won't be another post-season. It will be business. The business end will start, and then we'll need to be ready for the season. So yes.
Llewellyn, we're going to leave it at that. We hope to catch up with you again on Skype and on our live stream and have these conversations. And we see that your players are very active, and they certainly seem like they're having a lot of fun at home there. I see the kids are actually even chasing the players around to make sure that they're trained properly.
We do have to. When at home, I mean, we're working out, and my boys here, and you need to involve them, and because you want to take time out to do what you need to do and stay fit. So if they're involved, it's easy and it's fun for the whole family. So that's the nice thing about this. So yes.
Right, so I'm taking in then that it was you in the video where the youngster was chasing you around the garden with a stick.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, yeah.
Nothing like a bit of pain for motivation.
Yeah, he needs to. He keeps me on my toes, keeps me motivated. I said I should stop playing because I need to jump up and down on Sundays after a Saturday game. It's not that easy, but it's lucky. He keeps me young, he keeps me fit. So yeah, we've been enjoying the time at home with him.
No, that's great stuff, and I hope you guys stay safe outside there. Llewellyn, we're going to say goodbye to you now, and thanks for joining us on Cape Rugby TV. We'll catch up with you again soon.
Thank you very much, JP. All the best
to the
guys
players out there.
Keep safe.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Folks, of course, Llewellyn van Wyk, captain of Brackenfell, they were crackingly ready for the 2020 season and were obviously trying to make it and stay into that top 6 there. And then, of course, challenge towards the title. That race we know would have been very close. Marties and Durbell and False Bay and Brackenfell and Unimill. Oh, it would have been an exciting season. In fact, it's going to be an exciting season. We're just going to wait to get past the lockdown, and we'll see when the fixtures roll out again. Of course, we're speaking to you about rugby, all with the purpose of making sure that you use the world of rugby to stay safe, stay isolated, and of course, make sure that you contribute to the prevention of the spread of the coronavirus. Llewellyn van Wyk there, captain of Brackenfell, chatting with us, and we hope to catch up with him again soon on live stream. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a sec.
Ek wil net hierdie boodskap stuur namens Brackenfell Rugby Club en vir al die clubs in die WP en sommer reg oor Suid-Afrika sê sterkte in hierdie tyd. Ek weet ons almal gaan deur 'n moeilike tyd. Die positiewe ding hierin is dat die spelers en afrigters en almal moet 'n bietjie kreatief raak. En dit is vir my lekker om te sien met ons spelers wat elkeen sy eie routine en goeders doen daar by die huis. En 'n ander positiewe ding is, jy weet, teen die tyd wanneer die lockdown down is of klaar is almal weer reg om te gaan werk en sal almal weer reg wees om rugby te gaan kyk, en ek glo die stadions en die velde sal vol wees. Jy weet, met hierdie wat jy nêrens heen kan gaan nie, jy weet, wil almal net uitgaan. So ja, sterkte aan almal. Kom ons doen wat die president van ons gevra het. Kom ons bly in die huise, kom ons kry die curve af sodat ons vinnig weer terug op die rugbyveld kan wees. Sterkte aan julle almal. Sien julle binnekort.
Right, welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV. We talked about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby, and we are reaching out to the fans of rugby in in the Western Province, Cape Town, South Africa, everywhere. Of course, everybody is currently stuck behind closed doors with the lockdown at the moment, as everybody contributes to the prevention of the spread of the coronavirus. But we're trying to keep everybody in good spirits and keep you connected, and make sure that you stay at home and use the message of rugby to keep you safe and healthy out there, and make sure that you stay isolated. We've got a rare privilege today, folks, crossing via Skype, and I suppose maybe it helps us to catch up with the guys. But joining me now is DHL Stormers lock Salman Moerat. Salman, how are things going on your side?
Good morning, JP. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for having me this morning. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier on, I'm trying to keep busy at home. I've got the privilege now that I can focus a bit more time on my studies. I've started studying this year. And on top of that, I'm getting the training done, which is really important.
Salman, are you in touch with the rest of the Stormers guys? How they all doing?
Everyone's doing really well. I actually had a meeting this morning with the rest of the players. We've got regular meetings on Zoom. So we've got regular catch-ups. So everyone's doing really well. Everyone's training well, enjoying the time with their families. Yeah, so it's nice to see everyone's in good stead.
Did Dobbo give you guys training program that you have to do at home?
What we normally have on a weekly or on a daily is we've got daily challenges that we need to meet. And we've got a training program as well. So there's some nice guidelines there to stay fit and what's required of us during this time. So basically it works the same for us. We're working from home, if I can put it that way.
Working from home. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with the international rugby season now. It might be postponed. It might be cancelled altogether. How was the spirit at the guys? I know we always catch up with you guys on a Tuesday at the High Performance Centre, but how was the spirit before the lockdown?
Obviously, there was a bit of uncertainty of what might happen, but I think the guys they bought in well. I think everyone acknowledged that this is actually something bigger than ourselves. This is something bigger than the rugby, and the lockdown was needed. So I think everyone, like I mentioned, everyone bought in well, and everyone understands the bigger goal behind this. So it's just about, for us right now, is about staying fit, staying healthy, and being able and being ready for when rugby remains.
We don't always get a chance to get you guys in the studio. You've got such a busy schedule. The online stuff, the digital stuff certainly seems to be working and giving you guys a little bit more time to communicate now. Definitely.
In today's lifetime, there's so many platforms that you can communicate with each other. So there's actually no excuse. So I think we've been using those resources really well as a team, and we're looking forward to exploring those resources further on during this lockdown and sharing our bits.
We would have to ask you certainly for a message for the club rugby guys there, and I think one of the things everybody wants to know is, are you a Vineyards supporter?
Definitely. That's where I started my rugby, and I'm still really proud to be associated with the club. And definitely when I get older, or even now, I'd like to be a bit more involved. Obviously, we as rugby players, we tend to get busy, but I'd like to make some time and be more involved there, but definitely a Vineyard supporter.
Just on a final note, the Moerat family, big family unit, not just in reputation, but also physically. You guys, big family. Apparently, you've got the biggest Springbok rugby blazer of all time.
Yeah, I believe that, to be honest with you, JP. So there's a big possibility that it's true. Yeah, but like you mentioned, I'm privileged enough to to have a family that loves rugby and that has a rich rugby history. And hopefully I can continue making them proud.
Well, listen, Salman, we're gonna leave it there. Thanks for joining us here on Skype. We know that you've got a lot of work to still do behind closed doors there, or shall we say, while you're in isolation. And thanks for joining us. Obviously everybody in Western Province Rugby is very proud of you and your performance and the fantastic rugby that you're playing. And we hope that you stay safe out there and stay isolated.
Thanks, JP. Thank you for having me this morning. I really appreciate it. Keep well.
Right, folks. Of course, Salman Moerat joining us there. Salman Moerat, legendary DHL Stormers player. It's fantastic to have him on the other side where we can talk to him. And everybody's really proud, of course, as you know, of Salman. I really think he's been playing some brilliant rugby. So we're really chuffed to have him on Cape Rugby TV. And hopefully we'll trust him on a regular basis, but always taking time to speak to us there at the High Performance Centre. Joining me now is the assistant coach at Franschhoek, Christopher Andrews.
Hi, JP. It's a bit boring on this side, being locked in. But otherwise, we're good. We cannot complain.
Your guys must be bitterly disappointed about the fact that the rugby hasn't started. We already saw some big friendlies early in the season.
Yeah, JP, we had 3 friendlies. We had the Neil Riffle Memorial Day. We also had the Fallen Heroes Day, and then we had a friendly against Paarl Rugby Club. We lost against UWC. I think it was on the Fallen Heroes Day, but we won against Blue Stars at the Neil Riffle Day, and then we beat Paarl. So we were very much looking forward to the season, but unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's a bit disappointing. But I think the players, they have made peace with that for now.
Yeah. I mean, I know that at one stage when we were getting into the friendlies, we started thinking Franschhoek is playing, and when you're playing against a team like Paarl, for example, you can almost say that that's a derby.
It's a derby. Paarl, they are neighbors. They like 30 kilometers from us, and the boys, they know each other very well, especially the senior boys. Some of our senior players in the past, they have played together with Paarl players for either Paarl other clubs in the surrounding areas. The camaraderie is there, and we can regard that as one of the derbies in the Cape Winelands.
So last year, when I looked at the logs, Super League B was probably the most challenging, closest contested league out of all of the leagues in Western Province. I mean, we know that the leagues are all tough in their own right, but last year, Super League B, it was a 1-point margin for many games, and Franschhoek was top of the pile there in the beginning of the season for a long time. You guys were leading the log, and then we started seeing the scrum in Super League B, a very interesting league.
Yeah, that the Super League B is a very tiring league. I was the backline coach for the last 2 years. I've involved now in the under-20s and basically with the development structures in the club. To come back to last year, JP, it was quite tough. At any given day, any team can beat you. And I think because how hard the league was, I think our guys get tired. The Franschhoek boykies, they work in the building industry, in retail. They've got a day job, and then they come to the field at 7 o'clock 3 times a week. I think it was a bit tiring for them, but they were very fit. The wheels just came off. It was just an unfortunate situation for us, But
nevertheless, you still had a fantastic season. I think Helderberg was at the top of the pile for a while, and it was a up and down. It was a really good season for a lot of the teams in Super League B.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. As I said earlier, at any given day, any team in Super League B can beat each other.
Yeah.
And it's a league of death. You're not sure what's going to happen. At one of the playoff games or the last league game, we scored on time against Vineyards. And then Vineyards just came back after the kickoff and they scored a try,
Yeah.
And we were all in the top 6,
Another derby, Vineyards and Franschhoek.
That's correct. Our neighbors from Paarl, yes, and we are playing in the same league again this year, and I think Vineyards they desperately want to get a Super League A status.
Yeah.
We also want Super League A status. I think we're knocking on that door very hard for the last 2 years. But yeah, just at the end, it's a bit unfortunate.
We've got a video here of some of the players. We're going to have to show you the video quickly and then tell us about who's doing what. Let's quickly have a look. Right, Christopher, so the video goes on for a while. Obviously, I see you leading from the front there with the kettlebells. Are you yourself showing the guys how to do it?
Yeah, definitely, JP. That was my morning session.
That's great. That's great.
Just giving some inspiration to the guys, yes. And then Logan Banzaya, one of our scrum half there, also played for Marties in the varsity club. He's back now with the club. He also doing some push-ups there in the video. Mason Davids also doing his thing there. So the guys, they're sending us the videos so that we can, so that we know that they're doing at least some training at home, and once the season is back, that we know they fit. And our head coach, Julian Williams, he has rolled out a reconditioning program some 2 weeks ago, So,
So
we're keeping busy.
I got to ask you a last question, Christopher. All of those medals behind you there, are those your medals?
JP, yeah, I used to be a runner, some marathons and 10Ks. So I've did a couple of safari half marathons, and I'm now losing weight to do the Comrades and maybe the 2 Oceans sometime.
Well, all of that's very impressive, but I also see that you have an Albion's poster behind you.
I used to be Albion's man. I used to be the head coach for Albion's Rugby Club in 2017, and then I took a break and moved on to Franschhoek because I'm employed by a boutique hotel in Franschhoek, so it's easy for me to move in and out from home and Franschhoek.
Well, it's glad to see everybody stays part of the same family. I think that's what it's all about, is sharing the love between everybody in the various regions. So I'm impressed. I'm especially impressed with all of those medals. Christopher, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for joining us on Skype. Please give our best wishes to the guys out there. And of course, we want to make sure that they stay safe and stay isolated and are comfortable at home and maintain the rugby gees during these difficult lockdown times.
Yeah, JP, thank you very much for you guys also on that side. Stay safe, and we hope to see each other soon.
100%. Right, folks, of course, Christopher Solomon's assistant coach there at Franschhoek. as you know, we're coming via Skype. Things are a little bit jittery, but fantastic stuff so far. And how great to see the guys from Franschhoek also busy with all of those home gym activities, and certainly Christopher Andrews there, the assistant coach, leading from the front. So Christopher joining us on Skype, and we look forward to catching up with him again soon. Very different times at the moment, and for the rugby fans out there that are watching us tonight, we of course remind you to stay isolated, stay safe, and we will keep using rugby as the broadcast mechanism to make sure that you don't get tempted to stay out there, and to pass on the message that you must continually wash your hands, sanitize, do not touch your face. If you do go to the shop, it's only for essential products and straight back home behind closed doors. We'll be back with you guys in a second. Hello everybody, welcome back. It's of course Cape Rugby TV, and as you know, tonight we're talking to you a little bit different. We're talking to you via streaming services, and we're crossing to most of our colleagues and friends and rugby fans and coaches and administrators and players via Skype, and we're bringing them in so that we can keep you connected, of course, during this difficult time, during the lockdown period. Also to help make sure that you stay isolated and stay behind closed doors. With me now, joining me on Skype, is the head coach for CPUT, Alistair Theys. Alistair, how are things going on your side?
Hi JP. Firstly, thanks for having me on the show via Skype. Things are going well at the moment, pending the circumstances that we are in. We set some nice things out for our players while we're in the lockdown. Can I mention a couple of them?
Absolutely, please do. I mean, I think the guys, everybody wants to hear their names now. People are dying for rugby. They haven't been playing any rugby, and everybody wants to know what everybody else is doing. We see all these videos going around.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have taken to social media platforms as a tool to get exercises out there, theory out there for their players. So what we've been doing is we've created WhatsApp groups for the players. We've sent them home with individualized, or not individualized, but a split program, all bodyweight activities. There's activities where you can use things around the house, for example, water bottles, bricks, if your parents has a car, if you have a car. So designed around things that you can do at home. So we sent that out to the boys. And then what we also have going with the boys, we have a weekly challenge. So every week we'll have a different challenge. This week's challenge, for example, is how many burpees you can do in 2 minutes.
That must be painful, though.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's probably the one. Anything else except the burpees?
Yeah. Last week we had the push-up challenge. So we incentivize the boys, as in they'll get some sort of reward at the end of the lockdown, or when we do get back together. Next week we'll push up a new conditioning challenge, and then we also have fun challenges that we push out. So this week it was the players had to send out a video of them imitating one of the coaches. So they had to act like one of the coaches. So we're trying to keep that fun element there as well.
Yeah.
And then also every week we pump out some sort of motivational clip to the players, just to try and keep them motivated. And along with that motivational clip, we'll put out some of our past footage or some sort of rugby trend that is happening at the moment, or that was happening at the beginning of the year or towards the end of last year, just to keep them stimulated from that perspective as well, and trying to just cover or tick all boxes. We have to be innovative in this time period.
We've got a little video clip here that some of the guys sent in. Let's quickly have a look at this. So the guys obviously having a lot of fun there, getting active. Alistair, just talk us through the clip here.
Okay, so one of the strongman challenges or exercises that we gave one of the players was either pushing the cars or the parents' cars either up a hill on a flat surface, or pulling the cars. So those are one of the exercises that we gave them. And then the clip that we did send through is this clip that we're speaking about now. This oak said he'll pull his dad's 4x4, because he needed more weight than pulling his own.
Alistair, let me just jump in there for a second. CPUT, of course, you guys were playing in the varsity varsity shield. You're looking for promotion into the varsity cup. This was the year that you could do it.
Yeah. Look, we're hoping that rugby kicks off because we have one more group game left. Winning that group game puts us in the playoff position. So then whoever is second last from varsity cup, we'll hopefully be playing that team in the playoff position.
Has it been difficult for the guys? Has it been difficult for the guys in terms of you were doing so well, you had such a fantastic season last year, and now you've lost a bit of momentum. You're very excited, of course, to make it here, because I think that would have put us with your success, it would have put us as 4 universities into the varsity shield and cup, a varsity cup at least.
Yeah, if we do go up, it would put us with 4 universities there. Look, it was a challenging year, but when I came in there at the end of last year, we didn't change much. Just brought a bit of flavor in. You don't change a wheel that's working. I just brought a bit of new ideas in. We managed to retain sort of 40%, 35% of the players of last year. So there was a lot of new blood coming in. So the main thing coming in there was creating unity within the squad, and then we got this carried on with this whole gears that CPUT has from last year. So we built up great momentum now, building into our varsity shield. We took a stumble with the first game, and then we got back on track. But I must say, the boys are quite active with what is happening at the moment. So they're responsive to what we're doing, the innovation within this, social media groups and this WhatsApp groups, because they're eager to get back out there, and they don't want to be left too far behind. We see our Super Rugby team, punching out all their clips of them training and things like that. So that's also motivation for the boys, because ultimately at the end of the day, whether you a varsity player or a club player, the admiration is they want to get up there. They want to break into one of those teams.
And you've had quite a lot of interaction with at the High Performance Center with Jerome Parvater. You guys were the guys that did the drills when he had the coaching course there as well.
Yeah.
So that must be working well for the players prior to the lockdown. That connection with the professional players and leaning on that connection.
Yeah, we were lucky in the sense that we had a relationship there, built a relationship there, because we also had the challenge of riots at the university. So we were unable to train at our field for our last 2 varsity shield games.
Yeah.
So we had to sort of lean on the HPC and thanks to Jerome for assisting us there, and also lean on playing fixtures at different venues. So we weren't able to play at CPUT. Our last 2 fixtures were, one we played at Villages Rugby Club, and another one we played at City Park. So we had to sort of lean on that professional arm for assistance, in that sense. Yeah.
Alistair, obviously, I would love to be asking the question right now of where do you guys go next, but I think it's a bit premature, obviously, for us to ask that question. So hopefully we can catch up with you in the next few days and then ask you that question, what is next for CPUT? And of course, from a Cape Rugby perspective, we just want to see one thing, and that is take it to the end and make sure the boys have a lot of fun. But we'll talk about that when we get there. For now, we just want to make sure that everybody is safe, staying behind closed doors, is on the lockdown, and really is staying isolated.
Yeah. So look, JP, with all the things that we've seen in the group, we're big on always being, the social distancing, staying at home, doing everything at home, only going out if it's necessary, because we all want to play our part in stopping this curve,
Alistair, we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for joining us. We hope again that we'll catch up with you on the live stream and maybe get you on the show, connecting with someone else on Skype, and we can have a multi-mixed conversation.
That will be great. Thanks for having me, JP. I look forward to our next convo.
Alistair Theys there. You can see we're scrambling a little bit behind the scenes here, but trying to make it work to try and bring you some rugby content. We know everybody's hungry for rugby. Of course, at the moment, though, it is lockdown. You have to stay isolated, and that is our absolute first priority. Our priority, though, is to make sure that you stay safe out there, and to do that, we'll use the message, we'll use the platform of rugby to keep passing you the message. We're going to come back in a sec, and we'll catch up with Marius Arendse, assistant coach at Durban. Right, welcome back, everybody. Of course, Cape Rugby TV time. We talked to you about what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. And we're crossing to many folks on Skype at the moment. Folks are out there behind closed doors. The coronavirus is still prevalent. And, well, we know that everybody's doing their bit to stay isolated. And so we're catching up with as many of our Club Rugby friends and fans as we can squeeze in during the course of the show. And as you know, it's all, of course, coming to you via Skype. So the interviews are a little bit stop-start, but we're having a bit of fun and we're still talking to you. Joining me on the line now is Marius Arendse. He's, of course, assistant coach at Durban. No stranger to Cape Rugby TV and certainly no stranger to Western Province Rugby and Club Rugby.
JP, het gaan redelijk goed. Bietjie moeilik om net die hele tyd by die huis te sit. Ek mis nog die experience met die spelers en om op die veld te wees. Maar dit is ook great tyd om saam met die familie te spandeer en ek geniet dit nogal baie. Jy kan sien hier agter staan, mannetjie.
Ja, wel, dis natuurlik die ding op die oomblik. Ek sien almal is besig by die huis en probeer dinge maak werk by die huis en die honde is onder jou voete en die mense is besig en die honde blaf agter. Maar gaan dinge ten minste okay aan julle kant daar so by die huis?
Ja, dinge gaan baie goed. Soos ek sê, lekker om tyd saam met die familie te spandeer. En ek gebruik ook die tyd om so 'n bietjie te oefen ook. Soos my spelers oefen hierdie week, probeer ek saam met hulle te oefen. Maar dit gaan maar sukkel vir 'n ou toppie al. So dit kom aan.
Marius, julle ouens het natuurlik hard begin voorberei vir die seisoen daarso by Durban. Ek meen hierdie corona ding het natuurlik vir almal soort van in 'n ander rigting nou gestuur. Maar julle ouens was seker nou baie honger om met 'n paar goeie pre-seasons agter die blad ook.
Ja, ons het 'n redelike paar lekker harde games gehad. Ons sou nog enetjie gespeel het teen Valsbaai wat ook groot sou gewees het. Maar ons was reg gewees. Ons het goeders in plek gesit en ons was eager gewees om met die seisoen goed te doen. Daar is 'n Gold Cup wat ons ook sou voorgespeel het of ek weet nie of dit nog anders is, maar ons was reg gewees om die seisoen aan te pak en ons eerste paar games sou nogal 'n paar tawwe manne gewees het. So ons het uitgesien, maar nou met al hierdie COVID-19 wat nou gebeur het, is dit nogal moeilik vir ons.
En sê my gou die ouens, ek meen julle ouens was natuurlik die champions laas jaar. Het jy dieselfde spelers deurgebring? Ek weet die seisoen, ons weet nie eens wanneer dit gaan gebeur nie of ensovoorts, maar het julle ouens dieselfde spelers nog daar?
Ja, soos voorheen gesê het op die ek dink ons het tematies gespeel. Meeste van ons spelers het gebly. Ek dink ons net 2 of 3 ouens wat geretire het. Maar anders meeste van die ouens bly, is 'n lekker core groepie en dan het so 'n paar nuwe aanwinste ook gekry wat ons kan gebruik.
En Marius, nou gedurende die COVID, die virus, die feit dat die ouens natuurlik by die huis moet bly, bly hulle besig?
Ja, ons het vir elkeen ons het 'n oefenprogram opgesit, so hulle moet vir ons 'n videoetjie neem van wat hulle doen. Ek neem aan julle gaan later aan 'n klip speel van hulle, maar hulle is hard in die werk. Dit is nogal taaf want ek probeer dit saam met die ouens doen, maar jy kan sien hulle is baie fikser as ek en hulle doen dit baie makliker as ek is. So ek het nou nog luister na 'n sessie van verlede week, maar hulle is weer up and running en doen dit nog.
Ja, ons het 'n video hierso. Ek dink ons kan gou-gou daarna kyk en dan sê jy maar vir ons daardeur moet praat. Want dit die ouetjies se laat ek sê hulle video skills is nog bietjie anderste. Maar kyk, kom ons kyk gou hierna en dan praat jy ons bietjie daardeur. ouens lyk my hulle, ek meen dat is 'n hele spul video's wat daar so ingekom het wat ons soort van gecompile het in een. Die ouens lyk besig.
Ja, hulle probeer maar 'n tydjie maak om dit te doen. Dis nou nie dat hulle nie tyd het nie. So hulle doen dit. Jy kan sien van hulle doen dit binne, van hulle doen dit buite. Hang voor die weeromstandighede is, maar hulle is eager en hulle is reg daarvoor en ek like die vibe en die energie van die manne. So sodra hierdie seisoen begin, dink ek ons gaan reg wees vir hom.
Het die ouens dit lyk my meeste van die ouens het nou aangepas met hierdie functional training. Ek sien die ouetjies daarso is besig met tire flips en rekbande en allerlei dinge.
Ja, kyk, ons het 'n oefenprogram vir hulle deurgestuur. So daar is 'n gedeelte wat hulle doen soos functional fitness en dan die ander wat hulle in die gym moet doen. Maar as jy nou nie die gym kan doen nie, dan moet jy maar aanpas by die functional fitness of wat jy het by die huis. So van hulle is nogal kreatief. En ons geniet nogal om te sien wat hulle doen. Daar's 'n paar goeders wat ek self wil probeer by die huis, maar ons sal maar kyk of ek dit kan doen.
Marius, ons gaan nou klaarmaak met jou, maar die groot nuus natuurlik hierdie week was dat julle vorige afrigter Llewellyn Kotse oorlede is. Hy het groot spore getrap in WP. Dis seker baie moeilik vir julle ouens op die oomblik.
Ja, kyk, ek ken nou vir Jan vir so 'n paar jaar en baie van die spelers ken hom ook nou al in hierdie tydjie. En die mens wat hy is 'n great mens gewees. Hy was nie net daar vir die spelers nie, maar vir die mense self, as 'n persoon self, en hy het altyd probeer jou 'n beter mens maak en ek dink hy het dit reg gekry met die groepie van spelers. Hy het my baie geleer. Hy het baie van die spelers geleer en die ouens vat dit nogal rof. Dis 'n groot las vir hulle. Maar kyk, ons moet ongelukkig aangaan, maar hierdie jaar sal ons uitgaan om vir Johan proud te maak en te kyk of ons al 2 bekers kan lig as ons gedoen kry, sodat ons net vir hom ietsie kan teruggee en vir sy familie ook wat hom geleen het aan ons.
Ja, ek was persoonlik baie beïndruk met Johan, nie net as 'n rugby afrigter nie, maar as 'n mens. Hy het altyd vir ons baie tyd gegee. Hy het altyd met almal gesels en ja, Marius sê maar vir die ouetjies daai kant van ons kant af, ons stuur vir hulle alles van die beste. As julle vir die familie sien, dieselfde van vir die familie en ja, ons dink aan almal en ons hoop dinge gaan goed met julle.
Cheers, dankie. Ja, sal so maak. Ek weet baie van die ouens gaan kyk ook vanaand. So ja, ek dink Johan se vrou gaan ook inskakel om te kyk. So ja, dit is nogal nice van julle en baie dankie vir julle ook wat julle doen en dan ja, sterkte met alles. Ek weet dit is moeilik vir julle ook.
Dankie Marius. Ons sien julle weer binnekort en bly veilig daarso, maak seker maar dat hy spelers agter die deure bly.
Sal so maak. Dankie JP. Dankie hoor.
Right, folks, that was, of course, Marius Arendse there from Durban Rugby Football Club. And as you know, Llewellyn Kotse, coach at Durban, and of course, who took Durban to the championship in Super League A last year. Llewellyn Kotse sadly passed away in this week. And our heartfelt condolences and thoughts go out to the friends and family of Llewellyn Kotse. He always took the time to reach out to the players and certainly to talk with us here on Cape Rugby TV. And so as a small tribute to the coach of the 2019 Super League A champions Durban, Llewellyn Kotse, will play you out with this short video and we'll see you again next week here on Cape Rugby TV. Bye-bye.